Afternoon, Ross. Start off with a bit of team news, in particular Flynn Downing. What's sort of the latest with him?
Yeah, he'll miss tomorrow, but it won't be very long. So it's as positive as it could be, really, especially with what he felt on the pitch. So yeah, I think tomorrow will be a big stretch, and but he's not going to be out for very long at all. So it's good news for us. The same with Shea as well. We'll assess Shea ahead of tomorrow. And if it's not tomorrow, then it should be Friday. So yeah, I think it's fairly positive news for us, really.
When does Joe Rebo fly back, today or tomorrow?
Hopefully tomorrow. So disappointed for him.
Give the arm around the shoulder.
Hopefully, I think he just appreciates and feels that he had a brilliant experience. I know he'd be so disappointed to lose the final. We watched it last night together, and yeah, I think he'll be disappointed with that, but I think it must have been a fantastic experience for him. We're looking forward to speaking to him and hearing about it and catching up with him. And I hope he uses whatever he feels, frustration at not winning it, or the gratitude at being involved in something so brilliant. Whatever he feels, he'll use it when he comes back. We're really looking forward to having him back. He'll be in the squad Friday, all being well, and he will help us a lot because he was one of our top performers, I think, before he went away.
The squad depth is so strong at the moment. That's why you're able to do what you did on Saturday and score 5 goals in the second half, change the game. But whilst that's a great dilemma for a manager to have, it can be a headache as well. Every player's got an ego. How do you keep everybody happy?
Yeah, I don't. I think the ego thing, it depends how you define ego. So they all want to play and they'll win. I think every player has a winner inside them to get this far, to be able to survive so long in football and just to be at this environment at this level. So they all have something, and they all possess certain qualities. But I think they also understand that it's really not easy to pick a team. It's not easy to be the manager and pick a team and leave people out, especially when you care about them and what they're giving us on the pitch. And I think just honesty. Always honest with them. If they come out of the team, there's a reason why. If someone else plays, there's a reason why. If you're not playing, there is a reason why. And I found in my short period as a manager, is being honest and having some difficult conversation with them is much easier in long term. So a bit of short term pain for me and for them. But also there's an appreciation, I think, that if we are going to do anything and achieve something, we're going to do it together. Whether you have played 5 games or 46 games, I think it reflects so well in everyone when you're successful and you have a chance to impact. Even if you come on for half an hour in the last game of the season and score the winning goal that ends up getting you promoted. I hope it doesn't get that far. But if you end up doing that, you have a chance to be really part of something huge and bigger than just one person. And I think they have a brilliant appreciation of that. And they have a lot of love for each other, a lot of spirit, which you saw on Saturday. And I think if we continue feeling that and showing love for each other on the pitch and off the pitch, then I think it'll take us a long way.
And this extraordinary unbeaten run is now 25 games. And you would think, there must be 12 points clear at the top, but you're 1 point clear of Leeds in third. The Championship is usually one of those divisions where everybody can beat everybody and it's so tightly bunched. But this season it seems like the top 3 or 4 are just stretching away from the rest. Is this the toughest you can remember the Championship being at the very top end?
Well, I think the fact that if usually in any Championship season, if we had these points, I think we'd be quite some way clear in one of the top 2 positions. Probably tells you how strong it's been, the 4 teams that are in there and fighting. Then you've got West Brom just behind who have been brilliant, and Hull, the other guys, contenders underneath them, Sunderland, the teams that have been, it's so strong. And I think it's down to there's a huge amount of quality coaches in the division, real clear ideas and philosophies and way of playing and all that stuff, the athleticism, the power of the players. It's as good as Championship as I've ever known, and I've been involved in a lot as a player and a few seasons as a manager now. So I think we have to use that frustration that we have been on such a brilliant run, and it was on the back of a tough run that we managed to put ourselves in a position we're in, but we still got so much work to do, and it's not comfortable, and it's not going to be comfortable right up until the end of the season, I don't think. But we have to just keep heading into it, in the way that we want to do things, and keep trying to hit every challenge head on, keep growing, keep learning, and hopefully at some point we continue this run and that gap widens, and we're still trying to chase the team above us, as everyone will be. So it's not a case of trying to stay where we are, it's about trying to just keep building and keep doing even better, because we're still frustrated about the amount of points we have in this run. I mean, we've had a couple of draws that we felt we maybe could have turned into wins and we didn't. But I just love watching the team and how much they've grown. And I think it's a brilliant reminder on Saturday that despite how strong it is and the teams at the top, that everyone is so difficult to play against. Like Huddersfield were brilliant on Saturday. Like watching the game back, and their approach was fantastic. And the first half wasn't right, and that's probably my fault, because we didn't prepare the players well enough for what was coming. And I always say you're making an educated guess on how the opponent are going to set up and what their approach is going to be. And I got that completely wrong on Saturday, so that was my fault. And then thankfully the players were good enough to overcome that in the second half, and we changed things a little bit, and the quality come off the bench that did. We were very lucky to have that, and we were able to turn it around, so I think it'll be a huge moment for us.
Just one final one from me. I appreciate you only worked with him for a couple of weeks, but how much are you enjoying working with David Brooks and his attitude? Everything he's been through obviously is extraordinary where he is now. If the opportunity did present itself, putting you in the spot here, would you want to make it permanent?
Yeah, I'd if I had the opportunity, I would sign Brooksy to a contract. He has to stay with me until he retires. So, but it's not an option. So there's no option at all at the moment. So we are really enjoying working with him as a player and as a person. I think he's fantastic. He's even better than I thought he was, and I had a really high opinion of him in the first place. So he ended up playing two positions for us on Saturday and did both with real quality and class. And he is, I can't speak highly enough of him and Joe Rothwell coming, both of them guys, for their professionalism, their mentality, their quality. And we knew once Joe Allen tells you that someone's a top person and a top player, then you know what you're getting. I think we trust. Gilly spoke to Joe Allen, Joey's opinion for us is like, if he says it, then that's it. It was sold to us. So you watch Brooks, so you look at him, you look at what he's come through, and you think, we'd love to work with him. And then phone Joe, and Joe says, if you have a chance, do it. So that was it. It was job done, really. And thankfully, Jason worked with him as a kid as well, so he knows him as a person and as a player. And it's worked out really well so far. But I'm sure there's lots more to come from him. He's still learning what we're doing and the way we do things, and hopefully he's enjoying it as much as we are.
Thank you.
Russell, is this the toughest week of the season? Certainly physically it feels like it's going to be, but is it tough because of the games, or because now every week's going to be the toughest because you're still relentless, or what?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I'll let you know at the end of the season. So I'll let you know which was the toughest week. I don't think anything changes.
Both away from home.
Yeah, I don't think, honestly, we've had Wednesday and Saturday as well, so I don't think anything changes really. The fact that it's 2 away games, 2 tough places to go, all of that stuff. Yeah, but it's all tough in the Championship. It's all tough. So I don't feel like looking at it. This is, we take each game as it comes. We have Bristol City away tomorrow. We've tried to prepare the lads and recover them in time as well as we possibly can. It will then be a big challenge to go and do that again on Friday. But honestly, we've had that approach the whole way through, as you know, each game as it comes, and we have a tough one, but they're all tough. Honestly, Saturdays was tough. Everyone, I know the expectation is Huddersfield, they look at their league position, the run we're on, so everyone expects that to be simple. It's not. And I think it's a brilliant reminder to everyone, players, staff, supporters, that it's never easy. And on Saturday it wasn't easy, but we came through it together. There are going to be more difficult moments throughout the season that we need to get through together. So I think I'd rather have not had moments like that on Saturday, but I actually think it'll be huge for us moving forward.
Bit like Huddersfield, Bristol City has picked up their first win in a while, of course, at Middlesbrough, which was a great win for them on Saturday. What sort of threat do they pose? What do you like about them when you watch them as a team? Yeah,
they're very good on transition, as they were at our place, and Liam had just sort of taken over at that point. They're very athletic, they're hungry, enthusiastic, they run for each other, they work hard for each other, they can mix the game up. So that was a huge result for them after the Leeds result, and they played 120 minutes in the Cup as well. So Middlesbrough away is a difficult game, and they come through at 3 points, so I'm sure they'll take energy from that. But the challenge for us is always to try and play the game on our terms and be the team we want to be wherever we go. Is not to try, is to be that. There's a big difference. I think the lads will be on try and they need to go and do it, which they do so often. And we'll have thousands of supporters there. It's a good place to play. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's a brilliant chance for the players to show how much we've learnt and how much we can improve on Saturday.
Okay, George for 10:30.
Russell Callum Walker-Peters made his 150th appearance for the club on Saturday. It's an amazing achievement. I know you've only worked with him this season, but he's been a really good player for this club, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't comment on what's gone on before, but I'm pretty sure he would have been with the quality he has. So he's been immense for us. Like, I think I was probably a bit harsh with him and Ryan at half time on Saturday, but them two in the second half were incredible. Big drivers in terms of the change in tempo and energy and the build up. And honestly, it's so difficult sometimes to play in this team in that position and take the ball under so much pressure. But Kyle is some of the stuff you do, you just end up laughing because he can just make the game look so simple, doing really difficult things. And I've really enjoyed working. I've said to you before, one of the technically the most capable and proficient players I've ever worked with. He does a couple of things that I think he should trademark and sell to other people, because I just don't see many people do that. But he's an incredible player, and I think I've really enjoyed watching him grow. His like leadership skills, mentality, he takes the ball under in any situation. His intensity's improved a lot as the season's gone on, and I hope that he's enjoying it, and I hope that he's enjoying the platform to really go and show what he's got, because I think he's playing in a team that really highlights his strengths and really helps him be the player that he knows he can be. He's a really top player, and I think we have to enjoy him and make sure that we end up in the position we want to be in next season, like we do with a few of the players, because otherwise I'm not sure there'll be there will be people really attracted to Kyle, and also I'm sure Kyle has ambitions of playing higher than another season in the Championship, and that's the harsh reality of the situation we're in. We've managed to keep hold of some really top players that are now playing in a team that can really highlight some of the stuff they can do, like Yanni B. Wow, amazing. And a few fans have said to me, you know what, Jan Benderek thought his career was done here, and what have you done? We've done absolutely nothing really, apart from put him in a position and hopefully giving him enough belief in what he's doing to really show what sort of player he can be. And him and Carl, I've really enjoyed watching their journey, and Stewie Armstrong the same, and hopefully people feel, I'm sure they've always known the capabilities that Carl has, but hopefully people feel and see how committed they are to what we're doing and how much they care playing for this club. I mean, them two in particular, their celebration of Joe Rothwell's goal at the weekend was just amazing. So I'm enjoying watching them just be themselves on the pitch and show emotion and feeling and some real quality.
You touched on some of the injured players just there. James Bree's another one. I think the club shared a picture of him back in training. Is he close to getting back onto the pitch?
Yeah, he's back training, has been for a week, just over a week, so he's looking good. The plan for Breezy will be to get some minutes for the 21s this Friday, and then after that, he gets through that, he'll be back in the squad next week, which will be really, really, really nice for us, because he was playing so well before he got injured as well. So with the good news we've had for Flynn and Shay, we're not going to be out for very long, and Breezy coming back, hopefully the squad's in a really good place.
We've seen Umar really take his game to the next level in the last couple of weeks, and you've touched on how he's trained like a beast all the time, but it seems like he's also making clever decisions on the pitch. What is it that he's done in the training ground to get better in the games?
I just think his willingness to work and to learn and to understand and to adapt his game a little bit for the way that we want to do things. I think because his physicality, Seku's been asked to do a very different job for the teams he's played in than the one he's doing for us. But I think he really suits the one we were asking him to do, because he's really a really capable player, footballer, really intelligent, can do stuff that other players can't do, and I think he's picking and choosing his moments, and he's definitely got better in them situations. He's been more reliable in protecting the ball and looking after the ball, makes brilliant runs. I'm really enjoying watching Seku's journey and watching him grow, and I'm really pleased we kept him, because there was a lot of interest, and it would have been so easy for Jason and the owner to say, go and let him go and play, and get some money back in and all that stuff. So I think but we told Sekou there was going to be opportunities for him. There has been, and there will continue to be, as long as he keeps doing what he's doing. Now his challenge is to get in the team and do it really consistently, and he's really knocking the door, and he's been really outstanding. I really enjoyed him off the bench on Saturday, and he's been great in the last few times he's been on the pitch, and he just needs to keep doing what he's doing, because he will contribute hugely, I'm sure.
That's all from me. You mentioned how good you think Will Smallbone's been as well recently on the game on Saturday. Mm-hmm. When he dropped into that sixth position, what kind of has to change in his game? Because you said he's really flexible, but he has to change quite quickly in those moments, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he possesses like the technical qualities to play anywhere in midfield, really. But then, like as the number 6, you have to become really aggressive. When the game we turn over the ball is a bit of a different expectation, a different role for him in playing there than it would be in the 8. But I think, honestly, I love working with Will. Still a young man, played a lot of football now, like over the last year and a half, and still got, I think, so much room to grow. Like, covers the most distance every week, pretty much. Physically getting better all the time. So brave on the ball, so brave. And I think from now to the start of the season, how much he's grown in that instance. He doesn't ever shirk responsibility with the ball. He's always there to help his teammates. And I think the players in there really value him and really understand how good he is. And he makes the game look really easy sometimes in situations that I would never have been able to deal with as a player or as a young man like he does, because he just takes everything in his stride, and he's really strong, overcome so much in his career and so early on in his career as well. So yeah, I love Will, and I love watching what he's doing, and I think there's still so much more to go, and I think he's adaptable. He covers people's position when they go and maybe go wandering a bit sometimes, and he understands some people need to play with a bit more freedom, but he understands the structure of the team, and similar to Flynn, like, they understand that and they fill in certain places, and they're selfless. Like, Will's selfless for the team. The amount he runs, and so much of it will go unnoticed, but not by us. And yeah, I'm really enjoying Will, and yeah, we joke all the time, if you put an O on the end of his name, I think people will be talking how technically good he is and all that stuff, because he's really fantastic technician, really brilliant. So yeah, he needs to keep doing what he's doing, keep growing. We have so many young players. So I don't think people understand or realise that the amount of young players that are on the pitch on Saturday, and you're trying to win whilst having all these young players on the pitch. It's amazing for them what they're doing, the players, really incredible, and it's up to us to keep pushing them, stretching them, demanding from them, and showing them enough love and care that they can get through tough moments. And Will's doing that, Seku's doing that, Sam Adozi has done that, a bit of time out of the team, continues to do that. Shay Charles will have opportunities in the next few weeks for sure. Taylor is still so young for a centre-half. Gavin in goal. It's really exciting for the club, really exciting, and the only way we can keep all of them together and keep growing together is to achieve what we want to achieve at the end of the season. So I hope we're able to do that, because I'm excited about the prospect of to continue working with them and see how much they can grow and improve and do it together in a way that they hopefully really enjoy.